vibes and blessings. Yeah. Godly vibes and blessings. Oh, godly vibes and blessings. Hey y'all, welcome to the Godly Vibes and Blessings podcast. This is Quante, your host. And I know we've been talking about living in full bloom, and living in full bloom is a whole journey. We're not going to automatically be in that place overnight. So I want to make sure we're taking the steps to evaluate the things that we're having to put on the table, as well as evaluating how we need to approach it. And so for me, I am paying attention to jotting down the things that I'm experiencing, because I know as you address those things, as you expose the enemy's lies, as you expose those principles that you are living on that are lies and that are rooted in your identity, that's causing you to live a false life, that's not our birthrights, that's not your birthright that the Lord has given us. So as you approach those things, I want you to take your time and just know that in the midst of those things, He will have us do certain activities, certain assignments. And in the midst of that as well, the enemy is going to try to attack you and come at you and get in your head. So what I want you guys to do is take your time for real, like genuinely take your time of processing it. It's just like going to therapy. You don't go to therapy for a week and be good if you haven't been going consistently. Like for us, who I know, for me, when I started therapy a couple years ago, I was going once a week. My once a week went to every 2 weeks, and then every 3 months, every 6 months, and then you can go as you please. But when we're dealing with something that's really, really just about to make our life change forever, make our life change, and make us see it through God's lens, and see through a different set, like of view, a different, I said a different set, but I meant to say to see from a different like level basically. And when we're doing that, it's going to take time. It's going to take you digging deeper. It's going to take you evaluating yourself. It's going to take you looking in the mirror and seeing the ugly parts of yourself, and looking at those things and knowing that, okay, the only person that you can give that to where they won't judge you is God. So when He walks you through those steps to reveal what is causing you to feel those feelings you feel, or the reason why you operate and do the things you do, He may have you go to therapy. He may have you sit with someone who's actually able to start from the beginning and get to the root of why those things was in your like routine or habits were in your life. And like I said before, it could be through different things we experience in life. It could be through traumas. It could be through just learning habits unknowingly through our parents, because they have picked up things through generational curses or generational habits and ways through the culture and everything. It's all those things play a part and make us who we are, even the good things. How you experience love, how you haven't experienced love, how you experience relationships, all those things play a part in that. And one thing I have experienced is when God is trying to heal you from different things or a particular thing, He will have you face it. And maybe you facing something that happened in the past, so you can leave it in the past, or maybe something that may come up today that triggers something which triggers something that you thought you were healed from, or He may have you just help someone else that's dealing with the same situation that you have dealt with before, and you helping them get through their healing process. All those things play a part in that, and that's when faith moves come in. Faith moves is a part of you blooming. Faith moves is a step that you have to do at every level of getting to that true freedom that God has for us, and the one that He wants us to live out through our lives that make us who we are. Freedom is part of that birthright. You understand? So He may have you to do a faith move that may shock you and may make you feel like, oh my God, like I can't do this. Like, why am I here? Or why do I have to go walk up to this person, talk to this stranger? How am I going to start this conversation with them? He may have you do the most uncomfortable thing to get you uncomfortable on purpose. What I have been hearing this week is He is for a purpose. He do it on purpose for a purpose. That's what I've been hearing this week. So He may have you do those things that make you uncomfortable, and you have to decide, am I going to have the faith that's needed, that's needed to step forward and actually take the steps forward to get to that place of healing, to get to that place of you having a different perspective, a different view of what God see for you. So I want you guys to evaluate that and take your time and just know that the Lord is with you every step of the way. He's there for you every step of the way. That's all I want to say. This is a little short, a little shorty today, and I hope you guys know you have to do one thing. Just gotta do a little church bounce with it. Become lit and stay lit, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.